I used to find it impossible to get information to stick inside my brain. Sitting there for hours, my revision would be just so pointless. Until I changed my strategies, and then everything started working perfectly. So here is a step-by-step process of how I memorize content effectively and quickly for any test. Now, the reason why my brain would just refuse to take all of the information that I wanted to memorize was because I had no understanding. And that lack of understanding meant that I was trying all kinds of ways to just get that information to stick in my head when actually it's supposed to be learned. And so nowadays, to solve this issue, whatever I do is that before I start memorizing any topic, I always try to watch a YouTube video on it. And generally for sciences, I watch Cognito, who explains the content perfectly. And that's the importance of understanding a topic, because there's no point memorizing a topic if you don't understand it, because in the exam they're not going to test how well you can memorize, they're going to test your understanding. So after I've understood the topic, it would obviously be time to memorize. But just before I do that, to make the content look less overwhelming, I try to break down the information into shorter, smaller chunks so the process looks so much easier, therefore making it efficient naturally. And fortunately for me, as I revise from CGP books, they already make it into smaller chunks for you, and that makes it so much easier for me and you to identify which parts of the information are the key points that we need to memorize and which parts are just the waffle. Now it's time for actually memorizing the information, and the way that I memorize information is by using the look, cover, write, check method, and which is basically just a specified version of the active recall method. And it's basically just what the name suggests, reading the information a couple of times and then covering that page and just writing the information down onto a piece of paper and then checking if I got all of that information correct. And for me, that is a much better way to memorize information than rereading the page, because for that it's slow and inefficient. And another good tip for the method that I use is that fact that you have to write everything that you remember, and that's scientifically proven to help you retain information in your brain for a very long time. And something else that I'm going to start doing, and you should do in your revision as well, when you write everything that you remember down, you should change the title or the information into questions, because that helps your brain get ready for answering real life exam questions, making you more confident when it comes to the exam. By now, I've memorized everything that I need to know, and so I try to get that information from my short-term memory into my long-term memory by using spaced repetition. And I do this by making some Anki flashcards for some of my subjects that whenever I have free time, whether that's on my way to school or some just spare studying time, I can review that information. And the reason why I do this is because not only do I want that information in my brain for some short tests, but I want that for my end of years and my real GCSE exams. And that's basically how I revise effectively and quite efficiently. Feel free to leave a comment down below on how you revise and how you will revise after this video in 2022. And for that, you might want to check out this video.